Hello everyone and welcome back to the High School Star League. My name is Bonnet and I'm joined by Crusader Kitten. We are getting into game number 2 between Norwalk High School and Grand Haven High School. Last game was so close, Crusader.
Yeah, Grand Haven, after 43 minutes of play, pick up the win with 1,000 goals separating the two teams. So obviously a very close game coming up, and it's 1-0 in favor of Grand Haven. We'll be seeing if they can pick up the 2-0 victory for 3 circuit points, or if Norwalk will get the 1-1 for 1 circuit point each. So picks and bans coming in now. Banning away Ezreal from Achilles, so obviously they really dislike that pick. Jarvan, Nara, Lissandra, what we saw from the last game.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing similar bans come out, but man, there's so much on the line for these games because both teams want to get those circuit points so that they have the opportunity to get the $20,000 in scholarship money, to get a chance to play near Los Angeles for the finals.
So
and then
very similar bans.
Has to be a hard loss for Norwalk High School there, because it felt like they had the advantage for a lot of the game, but in the end, Grand Haven's better map play, better shot calling, and better CSing for the majority of that game ends up granting them the win there.
Yeah, well, good news teams that they only have to place, what is it, top? It would be top 4, I think, in their groups. Wait. Yeah, they have to place top 4 in their groups, in their individual groups. So they have 10 weeks to get up to that level. Top 4 teams from each group are going to be moving on to our playoffs.
But it's top 4 out of 90 teams or so.
Yeah.
So
there's quite a few teams from each group. 850, no, let's see math. 850. I got 8.
Why are you figuring
that out?
It's like
100 teams. It's like 100 teams.
100
right?
teams in each group. Yeah, it's so hard to be in the top 4. You have to go nearly undefeated.
Yeah.
To reach that level. But it looks like the early pick for Norwalk High School is the Graves. Very, very strong AD carry right now with so much burst potential. Very, very scary AD carry to know that you have to lane against if you are Grand Haven High School. On their side, though, they are going to be locking in the Mayokai and the Syndra. We haven't seen a lot of Syndra recently since the nerfs that she got on her early game damage, but still a very strong champion. A lot of pick potential there if she can land those stuns.
Yeah, well, it would appear that Achilles does favor a bit of the more long-range mid laners here. As he went for the Ezreal last game. Ooh, looks like a Leona hovering for Pikachu. It's what he had last game. Leona Graves is a pretty deadly combo. And actually, a Mumu being covered over right now instead of Uncle Dolan's Vi from last game. I really liked his Vi from last game, but I think this Mumu will really tie in more to the teamfight comp that they might be looking for this time with the Leona and Mumu Graves.
It looks like nice comp. It looks like they're going for the teamfight composition again, because last time they did have a stronger teamfight comp. This time they're going for that teamfight focused composition as well. But Grand Haven High School has already shown that they can play around that teamfight composition. They can get the picks that they need to grab objectives. So both teams looking for similar compositions to what they had last time. Grand Haven locking in the Vi, and they're looking like they have another kind of pick-focused composition here with the root from Mayokai, the stun possibility from Syndra, and the ultimate lockdown from Vi. They have a lot of pick potential on the side of Grand Haven High School.
Alright, so there's going to be Morgana coming up once again for Joe Richards. Had this last game. Fairly effective on this one. So they have the 80 carry pick up in ours, but they don't have to really worry too much about it. And it'll be in response to another Kassadin hover over. So, Lil Desi, very effective casting game. Oh, they go for Yasuo. I mean, we talked about him earlier. Hasn't been seeing too much play. They don't have a lot of knockups on this team. It'd be all up to him to get the knockups. If they want to go for this.
Yeah, the Yasuo is a very interesting pick here. Yeah, I don't think they're actually.
This is like season 2.
Man, that is a scary teamfight composition.
This is quite some time ago that we haven't seen a a Nasus and a Mumu, a Cassidy all together again.
Is he gonna go Nasus without teleport, just like he went Master Yi without teleport? I feel like that's a bad idea. Nasus really needs to teleport so that he can continue farming.
I think any top laner needs to teleport. As seen by the Master Yi from last game. Didn't have teleport. Probably wasn't the best. Sever helper over here. This will really help the engage comp, I think, of Vi, Maokai. That would be really strong to have the superhero locked in. But it's going to be an Aurelia locked in for Norwalk. And this is still very Season 2. It's good to see these champions coming back again. They just need to throw Kennen in there. Like 80 Kennen, and you're all set. And 5. You know? You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, man. I know what you're saying.
Gonna bring it back.
I actually like both of these team compositions much better than the two teams' previous team compositions. Grandhaven rounding out their team comp with the Morgana and the Sivir. So much crowd control, so much lockdown ability coming out from Grandhaven High School with the Sivir speed up means they can catch so easily with their team composition. But on the other hand, Norwalk High School's team fight is so scary. This is going to be another close game, I think.
Yep, we're going to be seeing the teleport, so you can be happy. But this is definitely going to be pretty entertaining, I think. All these champions definitely going to be strong in the teams they picked them in. I'll be interested to see how this middle lane works out now. And actually, Raven Rio has the Cassidy for middle lane. Lil Dusty has the top lane for Aurelia, so they're actually going to go for a lane swap. These lanes were reversed. Lil Dusty was playing the Cassidy, but looks like they'll be switching it up. And we'll see how that actually pans out. I think at this level, role swaps obviously not the biggest deal, but it's still interesting to see that Lil Dusty does not want to have that Cassidy again. Gives it over to Raven Rio. And actually, wait a second. Was Rakowski the AD carry last game? No, he wasn't. Rakowski was the top laner, and Raven Rio was the AD carry. So they did like a triple lane swap. This is very interesting, I think, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this works. But the teleport is grabbed. Thank you so much, Norwalk High School, for picking up the teleport. I think the game will thank you. Alright, guys. Just a quick shout out to our sponsors, Twitch.tv and Newegg. Thank you very much for sponsoring High School Star League.
And of course, other sponsors that contribute to our $35,000 college scholarship prize pool for our 4 games that we run here at the High School Star League. Rockcat, MSI, Jinx Apparel, and Loot Crate for helping out. Oh, also Tesla. How could I forget Tesla?
Can't forget Tespa, man.
Yeah, well, you can see them all on our stream right now, so
all right, guys.
You guys can never forget.
We will be right back after we are loaded into the Rift. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be an exciting match. Hello, League of Legends fans, and welcome back to the High School Star League match between Norwalk High School and Grand Haven High School. This is Game 2 of the matchup. It should be an exciting one. I'm By Night, and I am joined by Crusader Kitten.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. We're getting to Game 2. Grand Haven up 1-0 right now over Norwalk High School for this first live match of the semester, guys. We'll be having, of course, more live matches coming up tomorrow at 6 p.m. PST and Sunday at 6 p.m. PST. Tomorrow, Saturday, 6 p.m. PST then too. Also 2 p.m. and 2 p.m. PST for Saturday and Sunday for StarCraft 2. But we're asking the early invade, but this time it won't be ending up like the first games that we saw today. There's a word right there that's spotted.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
And they're just going to be putting down the word and getting out of there.
It's so nice to see wards in these teams' jungles here. It was so painful in the first few games where there was no wards in jungles, and the invades were just so successful because of that. It is so important, guys, in the early game to ward your jungles. When you have your jungles warded, you can see these early invades, and you can ensure that you don't give up easy kills. And it makes it for a much more enjoyable game when the enemy laners don't have first bloods and double kills before the minions even spawn.
So, we'll be seeing some pretty standard jungle sites. Nothing too big of the boy. They just know I'm going to be starting over on this red buff. I don't think too much will come of that. And actually, it looks like McSwapper is going to be starting up with these Wraiths, and this is, well, not Wraiths anymore. They're what, Raptors? Or something.
Yeah, everyone still calls them Wraiths, so I think it's alright if you call
them
Wraiths.
He can start these out fairly easily because he does have the saplings to toss down, but he's going to be taking some time and he's going to miss some of the CS up top lane. So we'll see if this is worth it. He does hit level 2 off of this. He does get to go back, spend some gold. And he does have teleport to get back to lane if he chooses to use it.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty popular strategy now, especially in
actually
high-level diamond games and in the LCS. Top laners oftentimes taking the early jungle camp, getting the early level 2, and then teleporting to lane with that advantage and a ton of health pots.
Yeah, and a ward as well. But actually, middle lane, we are seeing early aggression coming off Raven. Rio has to back away. This was the lane that got the first blood last game, and it was Achilles who was winning the trade there. So we see it once again on Syndra this time.
Yeah, Grand Haven High School.
Damage.
Grand Haven High School had the much stronger lanes last game, and I think that if they can continue that lane domination that they had last game and bring it into this game might be a lot easier win for them than the last one was.
So there's the Suns coming in, and once again, Achilles taking advantage of the unfortunate circumstances of Cass and dealing with the range mid laner, but bottom lane is where we're seeing the reaction. Repkowski is in a bit of trouble. Exhaust coming in, heals coming off from them as well. Flash forced out. I am Cam. Be able to dish out enough damage to force Repkowski to back away. And early Graves, not looking too good just yet. He needs to get a few items under his belt to have that burst potential, but he's beginning harassed out, as you can see, low on the CS as well.
Yeah, and the CS advantage right now for Grand Haven High School in the bot lane is absolutely ridiculous. We have 19 CS for I Am Clan, and Rapowski only has 8 CS. Now 22 in favor of I Am Clan. And the CS ability and the discrepancy there is really, really big, and I think this might have a significant impact.
Raven Mia is going to go down. First blood coming in, and that's Achilles picking it up, and that is what we saw last game. Achilles picking up first blood. This time it is assisted by Best Corgi NA.
Yeah, and Rivenero once again getting bested in the mid lane before he hits level 6. And when you play a champion like
he was 80 carried last game.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was Lil Destiny who was cast, and they did a little three-way lane spot.
Both of them lost their lanes last time as well, I guess. But some aggression coming out on the top lane. This tree is really, really hurting, especially with the minion advantages he has there.
Yeah, Aurelia is doing fairly well on CS, but I suppose that that Raptor start did work out. Able to get the extra health potions, has a ward if he needs it.
Yeah, and when you do
still out
the
the same.
early camp, you only miss about 2 minions or 3 minions in your lane with the teleport, so it does give you a massive, massive advantage in that lane.
So we are seeing the push coming up onto that top lane. So the first gank come out has been Best Corgi and A onto middle lane. Uncle Dolan has been fairly quiet so far, just been farming up in the jungle. Has the Rangers Trailblazer to farm more easily. Has a lot of AoE coming out. So when he's level 6, I think is when we'll start seeing him roam around. Also, will have the help of Raven Leo on the casting, which they do want to get farmed up like they did last game and get a snowball going on him as well. Lol Desi did a pretty good job at getting a nice snowball going, but obviously, as we saw, it wasn't quite enough to finish up the game for them. It was the double AD carry comp, really protected by that Maokai in the last game, which is what really helped Grand Haven pick up the victory. So McSwagger this time has a bit of a stronger start, I think, on the lane up top.
And we're probably going to see these junglers show themselves a little bit more in the next few minutes. They've both finished their early clearing patterns and are now going to be looking to see what lane they can try to get an advantage from. But man, Kassadin taking so much damage from
Uncle Dolan actually switches to Stalker's Blade, so this time he has more gank potential, and this definitely would be an indication that he's going to be looking for some ganks, but it might be Best Corgi NA who wants to go for one first. Was pinged out.
Yeah, and a lot
and right
of
now,
pinks.
early vision coverage, yeah.
A lot of pinks in that river.
I'm seeing how they use it. Should be able to clear these one out. Clear this one out. Clear these two out if they check this brush.
Yeah, they'll definitely be able to get both of them here. And props to Raposki, able to catch up in that CS a little bit, now only behind by 10. So that's good news.
Raven Rio gets caught out. There's the flash, the ball breaker connects. The Ignite is down, and Best Corgi and he picks it up with the smite. Despite the flash coming out from Achilles to try to secure that for himself. So there's a second kill on some middle lane coming out for Best Corgi, and they really want to get Achilles going. And now we have Uncle Dolan try to come down to bottom lane, but now he's in trouble because they saw him with the ward. And Best Corgi and they followed suit. I'm Cam gonna get stunned up, but won't be going for anything here. Looks like both these teams will just be staying with the farming. But Achilles, once again, 1-0 and 1 now.
Yeah,
he's doing very well in this middle lane. Look at that CS too.
Very well. Out CSing Kassadin by a large amount. Now, in the bottom lane, Grand Haven High School needs to be careful because Graves and Leona are about to hit level 6, and when they get that level 6 power spike, they are going to absolutely be able to burst very hard in this bottom lane, and it's going to be scary. So both sides hit level 6, and both sides decide to actually back instead of fighting here. Amumu grabbing his blue buff for the second time, opts to take it for himself instead of giving it to Kassadin. Pretty common for an Amumu jungle, as he is one of those junglers that definitely relies on the blue buff a lot in his early jungling ability. Kassadin trading some damage down onto Syndra in the mid lane. Amumu is looking for a possible gank onto Syndra though. Best Corgi is in the area.
Yep, so won't be able to get gank coming out here. Uncle Dolan really wants to get this first gank down. And Raven Rio once again taking a lot of damage from Achilles. Talbot maybe thinking the trade coming off as well with Mixed Swapper and Desi.
Yeah, Best
Corgi coming in, but he's gonna be seen by the ward. So Desi will be knowing to back off here, but he does have quite a bit of posting up. We'll just be heading down. Oh, Uncle Dolan needs to be careful here. Doesn't want to give up those double buffs.
Yeah, and the story of this game so far has really been the mid lane for Grand Haven High School. Achilles is doing a very, very good job dominating this middle lane, and I feel like Best Corgi NA should be taking advantage of this by doing an early dragon. But Best Corgi NA is content just walking around in his own jungle, trying to get a gank here and there. I feel like if he was to go was to go for the dragon though right now, he would be able to take it relatively easily just because of how much stronger Syndra is than Kassadin right now. There is the fear though of both top laners having teleport, and Mixwapper's teleport is down right now, so that is a possible reason why Best Corgi NA isn't going for that dragon, because his top laner isn't going to be able to teleport down if a fight does break out there. But neither team has a ward on dragon right now. So it looks like Best Corgi might be trying to make a play bottom and then going for dragon. An unfortunate time for Norwalk High School to try and engage.
And they're gonna get the slam down onto Rapowski, but here comes the teleport coming through. Will it be in time? Probably won't be. He will be coming through here. And it will be middle lane where kill does come down as well. Uncle Dolan coming through. Gets the ultimate onto 2. Gets it onto Iron Cam. Take him down as well. And this will be all the members going down. A double kill for Pikachu there. And 3-2 trade coming in as middle lane. Raven Rio did go down again. But this will be a dragon started again by Norwalk High School.
Yeah, and it will most likely be traded for all this top tower. Although Maokai is one of the slowest champions for taking the top tower, I don't think Aurelia is going to be able to get there in time though. It really depends on whether or not Maokai is going to be able to finish the tower with the second wave. It's possible that he might not be able to.
Yeah, so Achilles now 2-0 has Morale Nomcom finished up.
Yeah, that looked so good for Grand Haven High School at the beginning, but the Amumu coming in, landing on all 3 members of Grand Haven High School that were bottom, just turned that fight.
Oh, we can't get it.
Yeah, it looks like he was just short of it. He'll definitely be able to grab it next time though. He's the lone lane. And it looks like Best Corgi NA might be going top to try and help him secure that tower.
Oh man, every time I see the stun to Raven Rio, I feel scared for him. Achilles really dominating him in this lane right now. So Mixwapper will be able to take down that tower up top lane. Best Corgi NA was just there, you know, came in there, didn't really do too much after that, so now we'll be seeing this bottom lane. Iron Cam still 20 CS ahead, and now he has the Yo's Ghost Blade finished up. Rapowski, of course, going for the Infinity Edge. And at this point is when you think, you know, how well did this lane swap work out? Right now, everyone who did the lane swap is negative in CS to kills. Raven Rio gonna get caught off here. There is the Curse of the Set moment coming through. Doesn't land to too many people. Mixwapper comes in here with the teleport. But can't lock down anybody. A lot of teleport coming through, but no kills at all. No one getting too low either.
Yeah. That ended up being nothing except for a teleport blown by Mixwapper Jr. And overall, this game is still heavily in favor of Grand Haven High School. Even though they did lose that fight in the bot lane and the dragon, they're up 2 towers. They're up a ton of CS. If you look at the mid lane especially, double the CS right now. Achilles just destroying Rivenero. And because of that and the 2 tower advantage, I really still feel like Granville High School is at the driver's seat. And it is up to Norwalk High School to win another few team fights. Maybe try to grab another dragon. But it's on them to try and continue to turn this game around.
And now I was saying, Raven Rio, Lil Dusty, Rapowski all switched roles. Now they're all behind in CS, all pretty much losing their lanes, but maybe that will change. Or not, Best Corgi NA comes out to bottom lane to get the game down onto Rapowski, whose strategy damage won't be able to find the kill, and Pikachu will be going down as well. And Best Corgi NA just had the right time and place as he got the gank down to bottom lane, saves Iron Cam.
Yeah, Best Corgi NA has had 2 very successful ganks in the bot lane now. The second one didn't end up working out in the end because of Uncle Dolan coming down with a 3-man ultimate, but that gank was definitely successful, and Kassadin decided to go bottom, but he was super late, and now Achilles is getting free auto attacks down on the 2nd tier mid tower. That is not a tower you want to give away for free.
Episode 3-6 now, 5,000 golden for Grand Haven High School. They're up 1-0 right now, so this is a pretty good start for them. And now 15 minutes in. See what they want to go for. It's gonna be when was Dragon taken down? I feel like that's gonna be coming up fairly soon.
Yeah, Dragon will be up in about 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 3 minutes around then. But I feel like in the meantime, the next objective for Granville High School to try and take is going to be this bottom lane tower. We'll probably see Best Corgi coming down bottom again in the next minute 30 seconds, because not only do they want the bottom tower, but they also want to be able to get the dragon onto that. And if they can secure the bottom tower, Norwalk is going to have way less map pressure. They're going to have a lot harder time contending for this dragon because they don't have a middle or bottom tower to run to. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not Grand Haven High School is going to be able to pick up the tower before Dragon does spawn. It looks like Best Corgi NA is just farming up a little bit for Dragon instead of going for the bottom tower there. So it's most likely still going to be up. And the turning point of this game now, I think, is going to be this Dragon fight. If Norwalk High School can win the dragon fight and secure a second dragon, it'll be so good for them. But it looks like they actually are losing this tower before the fight, and that is spelling terrible things.
Yep, here is engaged, coming out. Soul Shackle's coming through the curse of the 7 and the Soul Flare. Everybody gets locked up. Who will come out of it? Pikachu did some damage, but it's Best Corgi NA who is in a bit of trouble. Ravenmeal finally finds the kill in the game, takes it down. Onto Best Corgi NA, goes right into a snare though, and he's gonna have to back away after that.
Yeah,
so one trade as Rakowski went down as well.
I am Quan could have thrown out her Q as soon as the Morgana binding landed, and they would have actually picked up that kill onto Rivenaro, but she hesitated on throwing out that Q. Because of that, Rivenaro does live. In the end though, a few kills traded back and forth, but the tower grabbed by Grand Haven High School, which I think does give them the advantage from that trade. And now off of that tower pickup, they're going to head straight for Dragon, and I think that they have a pretty good chance of picking this Dragon up here.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be... There's the start up. Now, actually, everyone's making their way over, so we might be seeing a fight coming soon off of this. Snare coming in, not quite too much we want to do to follow that up. Dragon goes over to Grand Haven High School. Pick up their first dragon of the game, so 1-1 now so far. And that Lil Dusty will get caught off by a snare, though. He's in a bit of trouble. Will be taken down by McSwapper. His first kill of the game, as well as Lil Dusty's first death of the game.
Yeah, so because of the fact that Norwalk High School doesn't have their mid and bot tower, they can't really contest that, because if the fight does start to turn badly for them, they have no towers to run back to.
Oh, Uncle Dolan doesn't want to get too close. Nice soul fight coming off. No, really does pick up the kill on the back line. Pikachu gets too far up, and no one's going to follow up. He gets caught in the snare, and Iron Cam gets the kill, this time with the boomerang. So we do have the snare and boomerang follow up to secure a kill. 2 for none. Tower going down, and Grand Haven High School looking very strong. 18 minutes in. Much stronger than the last game. A much better showing. As you want to dive under the tower, Lil Dusty turns it back around, takes out Best Corgi, and Ravenmeal comes in here as well. And this is a little bit too aggressive coming out by Best Corgi, and trying to get under the tower for the dive. They pick up 3 kills so far. They will continue chasing. McSwapper gets slowed down. Stun does not hit. McSwapper goes back in, trying to get out to Ravenmeal. He has no follow-up, but he does get the kill before going down. Sapling coming through. Won't be enough damage though. Achilles is there, gets the kill. And trades coming out heavyweight. He will pick up kills.
Yeah, a lot of over-aggression coming out in this game so far. Grand Haven High School, a little bit of a premature dive there. There was no reason to dive the inhibitor tower middle when they still have bot middle tower and the top tier mid tower to pick up. And the over-aggression cost them a few kills, but then in response, Norwalk chases a bit too far and loses 2 members of their own. And both teams losing people due to a little bit of over-aggression, a little bit of greed. They see a little advantage and they want to turn it into a big advantage, Even when sometimes the best way to play League of Legends is just take the little advantages and then move on to the next little advantage. Because oftentimes when you try to do too much, when you try to turn something little into something big, oftentimes you just you throw away the little advantage that you gained in the first place.
Uh-oh, they will find Uncle Dolan taking down this blue buff. He is caught out. Christmas Time Mummy comes out, but won't be able to do anything with that. Kill does come through. Joe Richards with his first kill of the game there. I'm Cam and him have actually been pretty low scoring in this game. A lot of assists coming out for the two of them, and almost the same score. It would be some nice bot lane synergy if they did have that.
Yeah, very similar scores coming out from them. And props to Norwalk High School. Graves has evened up the CS with Sivers, so there's not a big discrepancy in the bot lane this game. But the discrepancy in the mid lane is just so much bigger this game that it doesn't even matter. And Granville High School is going to pick up an easy second tier top tower. And then they'll probably rotate down bottom, pick up that second tier bottom tower without much of a fight. Unless they decide to just keep pushing here.
Ooh, Pikachu.
Yeah, Norwalk.
Stopping the push from Nick Swapper. Apparently, it's going fairly well, I suppose. He doesn't have the teleport though when Nick Swapper wants to leave, but he does have two suns to stop the teleport.
Yeah, Pikachu is like the little train that could, trying to climb the massive mountain, stopping a top laner from pushing as a support. It's like,
yeah,
I know I can, I know I can, I know I can. Choo choo.
Yeah, we're gonna see Dragon coming up in 2 minutes. Baron is live now, and a mid lane push is coming in from Grand Haven.
Yeah, I feel like Grand Haven should be
Like
going top
here though, Uncle
instead of
Dolan
middle.
did engage well. Look at the damage onto him. He has built pretty much no armor. Hasn't having to deal with the fact that Achilles is 5-0, but he has to be careful of the 80 damage coming out of I am Cam. This is a much different team composition from Grand Haven. There's a lot more AP damage this time. They don't have the double AD. They have instead a magic-based burst mid laner that's been doing a lot of work. He also has some AP damage coming out from Maokai up top lane.
Yeah, Grand Haven has been playing this game really well, although I still feel like bottom tower is so free. There's absolutely no reason for them to be rotating between mid and top, because the bottom tower is just such a free objective to grab.
Yeah,
they'll probably start rotating there.
Dragon will be up in a minute, so I assume that's where they want to go next. They're just kind of stalling until then.
Yeah, and then we do
They
see
have
a
the
little bit
ward
of a
coverage.
split push coming out
You
from
can see if you
Achilles
do that.
in the top lane. Finally, they're rotating toward bottom now.
Trying to keep the pressure on all 3 lanes, I think. Just keep Norwalk inside their base, able to go around the jungle, put down some wards,
Yeah, the
see
thing
some
is-
backs. They actually have, everyone has over 1,000 gold to spend, so it is wise for them to go back at this point. Iron Cam picks up the Bloodthirster from it.
Yeah, so they'll pick up some items, pick up the dragon, and then most likely head to the bottom lane, because Norwalk High School, because that tower is not inside their base, if they try to defend there, they're just going to get dove.
Yeah,
And
like dragging them back,
killed.
then push.
Yeah, most likely. Although,
Actually, wait, that's not even effective anymore because Dragon doesn't give you any gold. It would be more effective to.
back than dragon.
You know, they can do whatever they want. I don't really care.
They're so far ahead right now.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
You're able to take down this dragon for free. And now they have the tower destruction. Do they want to go back?
I am Quan actually already backed, so
Yeah,
their
they have
80
upwards of
carry does have
1,500
full
gold for everybody else, though. Everyone that hasn't backed has upwards of 1,500 gold to spend right now, but it's looking like they still want to continue to push here. Achilles all by himself. Won't get jumped on by Lil Desi here. Can he get the burst down onto him? He needs to get a stun down to Lil Desi, but he's still following it up. Can't get the balls down to get down the stun, and Achilles will get shut down. Gets his first death of the game at the hands of Lil Desi with the Aurelia. Over the wall coming in, Uncle Dolan. Now he wants to come in for a Christmas set mummy. He then gets in onto 2. Raven Rio follows up. They get the first damage. Repkowski with the collateral damage to finish it up. Now Raven Rio following after I am Cam, but the kite is coming in here doing a lot of damage to him. Can he return it? No, he can. I am Cam picks up the kill. But here comes Uncle Dolan, Lil Desi, and Pikachu. They looks like they're trying to catch up. Snare comes through. Will be stopping that. And there are no towers taken by Norwalk so far. They're going to see Dragon is gone. And at least Grand Haven going to spend all the gold that they've been saving up now.
Yeah, and I don't have any idea why Grand Haven was pushing mid lane when their mid laner was dead. They had a ton of gold to spend, and there's still a free bottom tower there. There were 3 reasons not to be mid, and in spite of all 3 of those very good reasons, they were mid, and they paid for it with a death. Although, in the end, they did get the kill onto Kassadin, because Kassadin's just so far behind. But if this had been any closer of a game there, that could have been a really big throw. But it's not that close of a game, so it wasn't that big of a throw. But these are the games that you can still learn from.
Yeah.
You can't just say, hey, we won this game, so we did a good job.
Yeah, of course.
They did do a good job overall. I mean, they did a very good job in the laning phase, especially Achilles. But there's still so many things that all of these teams can improve on. But I mean, that's to be expected. They're just high school teams. There are some very good players, but
And they take down Tank. Looks like they can. I would say this might be difficult for Ripkowski, but now that he has the support with him, a lot of dead be Dazabek Swapper, but he's leaving his team behind. Iron Candle does get caught out. They don't even need them, or possibly they do, because there's the damage coming off. Soul Shackle's coming through, gets the stun, and all the members of top lane go down. They take down McSwapper, but for what? It's a 2-for-3 trade in favor of Grand Haven, who are now pushing up onto the top lane.
yeah, they are going to get the inhibitor off of this, so they finally find the fight that they wanted. A 4v3 without the bot lane of Norwalk there means a pretty easy win. And they'll be able to pick up the inhibitor, but probably nothing else off of that. I don't know, that was an interesting decision for the split push there, but it does end up working out because of the fact that Norwalk decided to put 2 towards that bottom lane. And then when they don't have an AD carrying support, I have no idea why Norwalk High School decides to fight Grand Haven High School in their jungle. It doesn't make sense when you know you don't have 2 members with you.
So first inhibitor falls 27 minutes in, and despite a good early lead coming out from Grand Haven, Norwalk have been able to stay into this game, keep their hopes alive, despite being 10,000 gold and 6 towers down, have been able to hold on.
Alright, so the question is,
It's gonna be difficult.
now will Grand Haven High School push bottom since they have a top inhibitor? This creates a 4th reason to be bottom.
But mid lane, man.
Push mid, guys, push mid. Oh man, this is getting really painful for me. I might blow a blood vessel in my neck.
It's alright, Play Night. You know, I'm pretty sure these teams are EST, so it's just getting late for them. It's almost midnight for them.
Yeah, that happens.
No, it is midnight. It's almost 1 a.m. for them. Well, you know, it's a weekend, Memorial Day weekend and all that fun stuff, so I guess they don't care too much.
Alright.
Not Memorial Day. President's Week. President's Break.
It's some type of 3-day week.
Memorial Day is much farther away. I have a week off, so I'm happy about
Wow,
that.
you have a whole week?
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That is cool.
Oh,
I just got a job.
risky warden coming off, gets the snare, but tormented soil as well, get some damage down. Anyway, we'll be seeing. Oh, is that it? Is that the bottom lane push? There's 2 members down there right now in the lane attacking minions.
Yeah, it looks like they are finally going for that bottom tower.
Yeah, there's just so much control coming off from Grand Haven now. You know, having all the towers on their side still alive, having all the wards covered down as well inside the jungle, really putting the pressure down. And this should be their game as long as they don't make too many drastic mistakes. Here comes the curse of the Sam Mummy, catches out 2. Lassie tries to dive into the back line, but has no follow-up. Iron Cam takes him down. Soul Flare doesn't land onto anybody. Ripkowski gets knocked up, and
Yeah, that's going to be the game there. They have 30-second death timers, so they might only be able to get an inhibitor off of this push, but the inevitable end is coming. And they're not going to be able to defend this tower because there are only 2 of them alive. Well, now only 1 of them alive. And Super Minions are pushing in the top wave, so Grave definitely needs to go top. Inhibitor bottom definitely going down in favor of Grand Haven High School. And even though I do disagree with some of their pushing, I have to commend them for not losing a single tower this entire game. That is pretty impressive.
Well, I got kicked out of that game early. But we do have Grand Haven picking up the 2-0 win.
Yeah, here in a second. They do decide to pull back and pick up a dragon here. Pretty smart call since they are on pretty low health bars and all of Norwalk did respawn. So this is going to be their 4th dragon of the game. So one more dragon will be 5th dragon. Hopefully the game is not prolonged that long though. Hopefully the game will end before the 5th dragon even spawns. So they'll most likely grab a Baron off of this and then push middle for the win. At least that's my prediction here.
Yeah, I'd say this game will be coming to a quick conclusion after how ahead they are right now. And still have all towers up amazingly. A much more dominant game than the last, to be sure.
So all the members of Grand Haven High School have backed and purchased. So the question is, do they want to go for the Baron, or are they just going to push middle for the win? I think either decision is fine in the situation. Baron is a little bit safer, but it's definitely not needed for the victory. It does look like they are opting to go for Baron here, though. Oh, never mind. They're like, nope, no Baron. We're pushing middle. And Uncle Dolan does get caught out. A nice binding coming out from Joe Richards there, the Morgana. And they no longer have a jungler. They no longer have that ult available. And with super minions pushing in from the bottom and top, this is definitely going to be a middle tower taken. The top inhibitor for Norwalk High School was just picked up, however, but a big team fight coming in as Morgana lands a stun on both the mid laner and support of Norwalk High School. A lot of damage coming in from Achilles, and 3 for 0 right there in that exchange. Inhibitor is going to be picked up here. Leona dropped very low. Another binding lands onto Graves. A 4 for 0. Uncle Dolan has just respawned from his catch, and he actually ults in on the 2 of them, picks up 2 kills, the last stand. But all 3 inhibitors are now down in favor of Grand Haven High School. Leona does finally fall. These are the Nexus Towers going down, and this is going to be the game for Grand Haven High School. Very well played by them. 2-0 in their favor, picking up the 3 points in their division.
Yeah. A lot of 2-0s coming out today. The team of Grand Haven picks up the 3rd one that we've seen, and probably many more to come in the High School Star League as the weeks go on in our 10-week semester for 2015 spring. And that's actually going to be 10 weeks for every single semester that we're going to have. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure casting for Ultimate Crusader Kitten and Legend or End by Night. You can find us on our Twitter, twitter.com/Crusader Kitten, and then by night at
Legend by Night on Twitter. And wow, this was fun. This was a fun series here. I'm very happy we finally got to cast a live game. Definitely more exciting.
If you want to see more High School Star League action, of course, tune in tomorrow at 2 p.m. PST to see our StarCraft 2 season kickoff, and 6 p.m. PST to see more League of Legends matches. The schedule can be found down below the Twitch player, which you'll also find down below the Twitch player is a lot of information regarding the High School Star League, what we do, and also you can find our website, hsl.com, for more information about what we do, how you could get involved, also about our $35,000 college scholarship prize pool.
There you go,
for all of our 4 leagues. Also, of course, our social media links: Facebook at HS Star League, Twitter at HS Star League, and YouTube at High School Star League.
Yeah.
So, guys, before we leave, want to give a shout out to our sponsors, of course. So, we want to give our biggest sponsors, of course, Twitch and Newegg, and also Rocket, MSI, Jinx, and Loot Crate. Sorry.
MSI, Jinx, Loot Crate. Oh, awesome companies! Support them, guys, because they're supporting us.
All right, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have an awesome evening. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for StarCraft and more League of Legends. Goodbye, everyone.